Hello, this is Eric from High Ground Gaming. Welcome to another game of Inside Pitch Baseball. Today we're going to be featuring a game for the 1978 season. It's going to be the New York Giants against the New York Giants. I've been playing the New York Giants on the Action PC. It's the San Francisco Giants against the Cincinnati Reds, and Vida Blue will take the mound for the Giants against Bill Bonham for the Cincinnati Reds. And Bill Bonham is making his. Check out his stats. He is just has no record with a 6.43 ERA, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 Ks, and has walked 1. And he'll be facing a lineup of the Giants is as follows. It'll be Larry Herndon, the center fielder, leading it off. Rob Andrews, the second baseman, will bat next, followed by Darrell Evans batting third, playing third base. Batting cleanup will be the Hall of Famer Willie McCovey. Batting fifth, Jack Clark, the right fielder. Batting sixth, the left fielder Terry Whitfield. Batting seventh, Mark Hill, the catcher. Johnny Lee Master, the shortstop, bats eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, is Vida Blue. So alright, so let's get the game underway. So we're playing from Riverfront Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Reds. Seem to have a little delay here. Sorry about that. I had the screen covering the icons on the left. It's alright, so here's the windup and the pitch by Bonham. It's going to be a 3-5. And Herndon is actually, just to let you know, hitting .313 with 3 runs scored. Does not have an RBI or home run yet. The San Francisco Giants come into the game with a 2-2 record. Cincinnati 2-3. And I'm just trying out a new headset. Borrowing a headset from a friend, just trying it out, seeing if I like it or not. And Herndon will ground out to second for the first out. Next up will be Rob Andrews, hitting .214. 4 runs scored. And we got a foul ball.
Are you playing a game?
Yes, I am.
I should beat you an hour later.
So alright, 3-5. This will be a fly out to right. Griffey will make the catch. And that'll be the second out. Next up will be third baseman Darrell Evans, hitting .133. A couple of runs scored. So I don't know, you get a lot of runs scored, but nobody seems to be knocking him in. It must be the lower part of the lineup.
It's a small one.
Alright, foul ball. And there's going to be a ballpark check at Riverfront Stadium. Yeah, he's going to have a double.
Sorry. Eric.
It's alright, so William McCovey will be up with 2 down here in the Giant first, top of the first. He is hitting .286 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. And possible home run here, 1-19. Ooh, and he is a strong home run hitter, so 75% chance of a home run now. Bonham gives up a lot of home runs, especially to left-handed batters. And that is a no-doubter. Covey goes deep for his second home run of the season. 8th run batted in. And the Giants have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. So quick start for the Giants. Bring up Jack Clark, hitting .357 with 4 runs batted in. So he has some of the RBIs, as well as McCovey did too. So the table setters are getting on for the Giants, and McCovey and Clark are driving him in here in just the 5th game of the season. McCovey's already got 8 RBIs. Another Riverfront ballpark check. And Clark will have a double. So next up will be Terry Whitfield hitting .200 with an RBI. And he will strike out to end the inning. The Giants score 2 and a 2-run home run by Willie McCovey. So alright, so we head to the bottom of the first. The Vida Blue takes the mound, making his first start of the season. He was 18-10 with an ERA of 2.79, 258 innings pitched, 233 hits, 171 Ks and 66 walks, so a very good season for Vida Blue. And Pete Rose will lead it off and play third base. The Hall of Famer Pete Rose. Ken Griffey, the right fielder, will bat second. Another Hall of Famer Joe Morgan plays second base and bats third. Batting cleanup will be the left fielder George Foster. Johnny Bench, another Hall of Famer there, will be behind the plate and bat fifth. Dave Concepcion, the shortstop, bats sixth. Batting seventh will be the first baseman Dan Dreesen, and batting eighth will be the center fielder Cesar Geronimo, and pitching and batting ninth Bill Bonham. So alright, so Pete Rose comes into the game hitting just .217, been struggling so far. I'm hitting .217 with a home run and an RBI. So Blue looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he'll ground out to short until the master throws it over to McCovey. One down. Let's look at the defense for the Giants. So we have, remember I'm playing inside pitch, so the higher number the better as far as the range goes. So average, Herndon and Clark, and Whitfield and left is below average. So alright, so Ken Griffey up now. Hitting .400 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. And he'll fly out to Herndon. Oh yeah, I meant to go with the continue with the defense for the San Francisco. Evans excellent range at third. Lee Master above average at short. Andrews above average at second, and McCovey well below average, poor range at first. And behind the plate will be Hill, who's above average. Error-wise, McCovey's a little error liability at first, but everybody else is pretty good. Above average arms in Whitfield and Clark in the outfield, and Herndon is a little bit below average with a +1. And behind the plate, Hill is neutral, is average, with a 0 rating, arm rating. So next up will be Joe Morgan, hitting just .150 with an RBI so far. Remember, this is the 1978 season, and I've been playing a lot of the 1967 season, so I just left the pictures in from 1967. Just playing a game here from 1978 on a spur of the moment. So he will draw a walk. So a 2-out walk for Morgan. Brings up George Foster, hitting .316 with 2 homers and 3 runs batted in. So a range play. It's going to be a range play by the center fielder, so it's a single, and
Liner into center.
Herndon isn't going to be able to get to it, so it's going to turn into, I believe, a double. And no, it's still a single. And let's see, lead runner advances. So Morgan will advance to third. And 4 is higher than the 3, so Foster will advance on the throw to third. So that's in scoring position now. Johnny Bench. Hitting .278 with a homer and 3 runs batted in. And he will strike out to retire the side. So Bench cannot deliver. And after 1 full inning, the Giants lead it 2-0. Bill Bonham back on the mound. Mark Hill will lead it off, the number 7 hitter for the Giants, hitting .313 with an RBI. And he'll foul one off. And he will fly out to center for the first out. Johnny Leemaster up now, hitting .200 with an RBI. And he'll strike out. So second strikeout for Bonham.
How are you today?
Brings up Vida Blue.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
He is
Wow, what the hell?
not much of a hitter, making his first at-bat of the season. And he'll strike out. That'll do it for the Giants in the top of the second. So Concepcion, Dreesen, and Geronimo up for the Reds here in the bottom of the second. Concepcion hitting .294 with 3 runs batted in.
I just called all night. This is when I called. I'm calling to see who was up.
He rocks one to right center field.
You get double.
That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
So a double to center for Concepcion. And the Reds have a runner in scoring position to lead it off in the bottom of the second. Alright, next up will be Dan Dreesen, hitting .133 with 2 runs batted in. And he will ground out to short for the first out. And looks like Concepcion is going to, let's see, when is advance? So actually he is going to advance because it's a 6. So it's hit the short. Oh, that's only to third base, so he does not advance, because if it was hit to third, then he would advance on the 6. But because it's the short, he does not advance. So Concepcion holds put. And Dreesen is retired. 6-3. Alright, next up will be Cesar Geronimo, hitting .133 with a homer and 3 runs batted in. Ooh. It's going to be a steal attempt. And Hill will nail Concepcion trying to steal third. It's going to be a 5-1 here. It's going to be a single for Geronimo, so that probably would have knocked in the Concepcion, but he was thrown out trying to steal third. And so 2 outs and a runner on first now for the Reds. We'll bring up the pitcher Bill Bonham. hitting .500, 1 for 2. And possible error on a throw here, which is not throw here, so it should just a fly ball to center, and that'll do it for the Reds. So after 2 full, Giants lead the Reds 2-0.
Please remember to drink responsibly.
All right, Larry Herndon leads it off, top of the order for the Giants. And possible home run. Only a 10% chance, so 1 or 2 will be a home run, otherwise it'll be off the batter's card. And no, it's a 5. So it's a ground ball back to the pitcher. 1-3. So Herndon is retired. Robbie Andrews up now, 1 for 2. I mean 0 for 1. And a ground to second for the second out. All right, Dale Evans up now. Doubled and scored. And he will ground out to first for the third out of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the third with the Reds trailing by 2. Top of the order for Reds now up Pete Rose, 0 for 1. And he'll ground out to short for the first out. Ken Griffey Sr. Otherwise known just as Ken Griffey back then. Father of Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. And he'll pop out the first. And it'll be out number 2. Joe Morgan up now. He has walked his first time up. And he'll strike out. So 3 through 3 full. The Giants still lead it 2-0. William McCovey up now. We had a big 2-run homer his first time up to give the Giants the lead, and that's where we stand now. So it's going to be a range play on the first baseman, and Dreesen is unable to handle it, and it'll be a single to right. The off runner is on for the Giants. Brings up Jack Clark, doubled his first time up. And no error on the play. And it's going to be a fielder's choice. McCovey is retired at second. And Jack Clark will reach on the fielder's choice. Alright, so 1 out and 1 on first for Terry Whitfield, 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Going to do a little hit and run here. Ground out to short, and the only play is going to be to first. So Morgan flips over to first to retire Whitfield. Clark moves up to second, so runner in scoring position for Mark Hill, who's 0 for 1. RBI opportunity here, and no, he doesn't get hit by the pitch. Ground out to second to retire the side. So the Giants are unable to add to their lead. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Foster, Bench, and Concepcion, the heart of the order for the Reds. Foster is 1 for 1. And he'll draw a leadoff walk. Johnny Bench struck out his first time up with runners on second and third with 2 down and was unable to produce. Let's see what he can do here. And he'll strike out again. So Bench strikes out for the second time today. Concepcion now, also he doubled his first time up. And he will double again.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the game
And
go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
is already the wall, and Foster will come all the way around from first. It's 2-1 game now. So tying run at second for DeAndreessen. He's 0 for 1. He'll strike out for the second out. Cesar Geronimo 1 for 1. And he will fly out to center. And that'll do it. But the Reds push across a run. And the score is now 2-1 Giants heading into the top of the 5th. Lee Master up now for the Giants, looking to try to get that run back. Struck out his first time out. So Bonham seems to have settled down since he gave up that 2-run shot to McCovey. And he'll get Lee Master. Vida Blue up now. Struck out his first time out. So Bonham now has 4 strikeouts on the day. And round out to third. Score that at 5-3. Second out of the inning. Larry Herndon up now for the Giants. 0 for 2 on the day. Does not strike out, avoids the strikeout, but it'll ground out to the pitcher to retire the side. So halfway through, it's the Giants 2 and the Reds 1. Pitcher Bonham will come up first. 0 for 1. 1 for 3 in the season. And get himself a single, his 3rd hit of the season already. So Bonham will be up first, representing the tying run. Pete Rose up now. Don't think we might have him bunt. He's been struggling a little bit on the season so far, hitting just 200. So I think we're going to have Rose bunt. Try to get the runner into scoring position, the tying run. And oh, does not work as it's a bad bunt, and they throw it to second to retire Bonham. So the lead runner is thrown out. And Rose will reach on the fielder's choice. So not a very good bunt by Rose. So Ken Griffey up now, hitting 364. Rose is staying put. It'll be a range play at Riverfront Stadium. And it'll be a single. And yeah, Clark fails the range check, is unable to get it. In fact, nobody would have probably got that one with the 6 there.
Moving over forward and it's past him.
And Rose was scamper all the way around to third, so runners at the corners now with 1 out. So for Joe Morgan, Giants are playing double play def. Going to get out of it. And it'll be a ballpark check. Ooh. And yep, since Morgan is not very much of a home run hitter, this normally would have been a home run, but it fails. Home run check fails because of the 15. So it's considered a flyout. However, it's deep enough to score Rose from third, and we're tied up at 2. RBI sacrifice fly by Joe Morgan. George Foster up now. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll ground out to second. Andrews handles it cleanly. And that'll do it for the Reds, but they score that tying run. And after 5 full, it's tied at 2. Bonham will face Andrews, Evans, and McCovey. Still in good shape here. Still has 8 more batters till he retires. Foul ball. Rob Andrews up now. 0 for 2 in the day. Ground ball. Alright, bring up Darrell Evans now. 1 out. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a run scored. 2-5. And he'll strike out again. Strike out. First time, actually. Willie McCovey now 2 for 2 with a homer. 2 runs batted in. Responsible for the 2 giant runs. Your range play by the left fielder. And it's a lot of failed range plays early on.
Let that ball get by him.
Actually, it's not early on anymore, but in the top of the 6th now. Be interesting to see how many failed range plays there were. Seems to be quite a few from both teams. So it'll be a 2-out single as Foster's unable to get to it. We have Chet Clark for 2 of the double. And he will ground out to short, and that'll do it. So bottom of the 6th, bench Concepcion and Dreesen up against Blue, and Blue has also got 8 batters until he starts to tire. And ballpark check, and it'll be a single for bench. So 2 strikeouts, bench gets himself a single here. So leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. We have Concepcion, he's 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles and an RBI. And he'll get himself another single. So he's 3 for 3. And let's see here. We'll advance, so bench will move over to 3rd. And this is higher than the 2, so Concepcion also moves to scoring position on the throw to 3rd. So runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. There's action going in the giant bullpen. He's going to have the infield in. So Dan Dreesen will be up now. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Infield playing in. And he'll strike out. And infield in again. Garcia's Geronimo, 1 for 2. Maybe ground ball back to the pitcher. And yeah, with a 0 and the catcher running, no, he's not going to try to score. So Blue looks him back, bench back to 3rd, throws over to 1st to get Geronimo. So 2 down now for the pitcher Bill Bonham. I think we're definitely going to pull him. So let's see, let's select the pinch hitter. Dave Collins. Switch hitting, yeah, 216. I might go with Rick Auerbach there. He's a little bit better of a pinch hitter. Yeah, he hasn't had many. He hasn't had any at bats yet, so we'll bring him in. So Auerbach will come in. First at bat of the season. We'll be right back. Alrighty. Oops. Meant to replace the picture here. Alrighty, sorry about that. So Rick Auerbach comes up to the plate now. No relation to, I don't know, could be, I guess. I don't even know if it's spelled the same way as Red Auerbach. Coach of the Celtics and owner of the Celtics. So let's see here. So we got a picture of Rick Auerbach here. 2-4. And he will strike out. First strikeout. So pinch hitter is unable to deliver, and the score remains tied at 2. Let's see here. So who are the Reds going to bring in now? The Reds will be facing our lefty and our righty. Not that great a hitter, so let's see what the computer picks here. Yeah, that's who I was going to go with. Pedro Bobon will come in. So he comes into the game with 4 innings pitched, allowing 5 hits, a walk and a strikeout. So he'll place Terry Whitfield first. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Okay, he gives up a single. Got a single for the Giants. Go ahead runners in first. Mark Hill. Catcher, I think we're going to have him bunt. Nah, he's not a great bunter though. Let's see who we have on the bench here. Let's see if the other catcher is any good. Yeah, actually the Camargo and Mike Sadek are both 4. I'm going to bring in Mike Sadek. He's had 109 at bats, so he's going to come in to bunt and catch, and I'll be right back because he is. Alright, so Mike Sadek comes in to pinch hit and move in his catcher. So he's a 4 bunter, so I brought him in. So hit the sacrifice here. So Bobone in there. And it's going to be too hard, so it's going to be possible double play here. So let's see what happens here. So it looks like they're going to get the lead runner on the force out as the ball's hit to the second baseman Morgan. But they do not get the return runner, so it's an unsuccessful bunt attempt by Sadek. Bring up Lee Master, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And he'll ground out to second and got the lead runner, but unable to get Lee Master on the return throw. So 2 outs now for Vida Blue. Let's check out what. I think we'll take out Blue. Bring in a pinch hitter for Blue. Yeah, 0.95. We're definitely not bringing him in. Might as well leave the pitcher in for that. Jim Dwyer. Yeah, 223 with 6 homers, so we'll bring him in. He's got 20 stolen bases, so Jim Dwyer will come in to pinch hit, and he'll need a photo. So, alright, so it looks like Dwyer was traded to the St. Louis, as he has a St. Louis photo in the 1978 set. But before that, Lee Master will attempt to steal. 2 down, and he will make it. So only a 7 stolen base rating, but 35% chance, but he makes it. So now a run in scoring position now for Dwyer. And a possible error. And it is. It's going to be an error on Griffey, which is going to prove costly. I believe the tying run will... Yep, 2 base error. So Lee Master will come around from second. It's for the go-ahead run for the Giants. So the Giants now lead at 3-2 at the top of the 7th. After the error by Griffey. So that'll be an unearned run. So Larry Herndon up now. And before that, Jim Dwyer is going to attempt to steal, and he's going to make it. So he steals the bench, which did not happen all that often. So pass ball or wild pitch could get the runner home. home run check here. 1-6. So it'll be a fly out to center, and that'll do it. The Giants. Yeah. Let's just double check to make sure that's unearned, and it is. Right. So let's see who's going to come in now for the Giants. Let's see what the computer picks here. So we get a switch hitter and a lefty. So I think we're going to try to bring in a lefty. We got Gary Lavelle. We can bring him in. And Mike Sadek will be coming to catch. So alright, here we go. Didn't crash. Awesome. Alright, so Gary Lavelle comes in for the pitch for the Giants here at the top of the 8th. Sorry, bottom of the 7th. Ooh, he's had a rough start with 2 innings pitched, 13.5 ERA, 5 hits allowed, walk and 2 strikeouts. So he'll face top of the order Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Rose is 0 for 3 with a run scored. And he does not draw the walk. Steady grounds to short for the first out. Alright, next up will be Ken Griffey, 1 for 3. And he'll strike out. Joe Morgan up now. 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. And he will draw a walk. Walk of the day. And it looks like Lavelle's going to try a pickoff. And nope, he's back safely. And he'll get Foster swinging. Trying to put the Reds ahead with 1 swing of the bat. And that'll do it for the Reds. So we head to the top of the 8th. I'm going to leave Bobone in. They'll face Andrews to lead it off. 0 for 3 on the day. And he will fly out to center for the first out. Geronimo will make the catch. Darrell Evans up now, 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And he will ground out to short, and that'll do it. So, oh, not yet actually. Oh, okay, for some reason I thought that was the 3rd batter. My bad. Yeah, McCovey. I think we're going to bring in a lefty though, as he's getting tired, and McCovey's already homered today, so we're going to bring in a lefty reliever. Let's see who the computer picks first. Good, Dave Tomlin. So Dave Tomlin will come in with a 4.19 ERA, a record of 0-1. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Covey's 3 for 3 on the day with a homer, 2 runs batted in. And he'll be hit by a pitch, so I wonder if that was a message there as McCovey glares out, shakes it off, and heads down to first. So 2 out base runner for the Giants brings up Jack Clark, 1 for 3, and they're going to try to pick him off. And nope, he's back safely. So Clark is 1 for 3 with a double. Round out to 3rd, and that'll do it for the Giants. So we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Giants still up by 1. Lavelle back up there. He'll face bench. He'll face bench Concepcion and Dreesen. Bench is 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Got to hit his last time up. And he will single. So struck out twice, and now it's singled twice. So tying runs on first. And I hate to lift bench for a pinch runner, but I think I'm going to. Yep. So let's see who can. Are there any 5s? Here is. Junior Kennedy is going to come in and pinch run for bench, representing the tying run. They try a pickoff throw, and no, he's back safely. And he'll draw a walk, so the first two run it. What happened there? Some reason I brought in Junior Kennedy to pinch hit, but anyway, he got on base. So I thought I brought him in for bench, but for some reason he did not go there. So now we'll bring in a pinch runner for bench. We'll bring in Ray Knight. Oh, that's why. That's not why. That's weird. Back to the game. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't click on this. That is why. Alright, so Ray Knight is going to come in. So obviously we got two decent runners, and Ray Knight with a 4 and Junior Kennedy with a 5. So the go-ahead run is at first, and double in the gap could bring home the go-ahead run. So Dan Dreesen up now. Who did we pinch hit for? Dave Concepcion. Oh man, he was 3 for 3 on the day too. That's alright, you gotta walk. So alright, so Lavelle is tired, even though he's a lefty. I'm gonna leave him up for one more batter. And he does not get the strikeout. And instead it's a single. So both runners are gonna come in. Actually, one runner will come in. Kennedy will move over to third. And even though he is a lefty, we're gonna take him out. There's only 2 spots where it really gets affected, so I think we'll try to leave him in for another. Well, we are going to bring the infield in. Actually, let's just see who we have. Let's see who we have. I have to bring in John. Let's bring in John Curtis. He's fresh. So we're bringing John Curtis. Ooh, not too good in the season. 1 2/3 innings pitched, 15.88 ERA. 3 hits allowed, 2 walks. No strikeouts. So we're going to bring the infield in. Runners at the corners. And Cesar Geronimo, the lefty. 1 for 3 on the day. Oh, it's going to be no error. It's going to be a hit. So the lead runner comes in for the Reds. Go ahead, run. And Dreesen will hold that second. So Dave Tomlin, the pitcher, he'll definitely be pinch hit for here with nobody out. Taro the Fridas. 211. We'll bring him in. Nah, he's only at 19 at bats though. Ken Henderson. Yeah, 166, 175. We'll bring him in. So Ken Henderson comes in to pinch hit. He played back in 67. That's an Orioles hat I see him with. So he's had 1 at bat. And a pickoff throw to second. And they get him. They're able to get Dreesen leaning. 3-4. Range play. And ball to center. Herndon. Is it Herndon? Henderson, sorry, will make the catch. Actually, no, Herndon.
An outstanding play.
That just reminded me that the catcher here for the Reds. Oh, the Reds are still up. Okay, so no big deal. Alright, so 2 outs now. We'll bring up Pete Rose. He's 0 for 4 in a day. Has scored a run. Range play. And he will fly out right, and that'll end the inning.
Boy, he had to cover a lot of ground to make that grab.
But the Reds score 2 and take the lead 4-3 going to the top of the 9th. So Doug Bear, the closer, will come in for Cincinnati. And let's see, Ray Knight. That was Ray Knight's spot there. So the catcher will now be we'll bring in Vic Correll, a little bit better hitter. Crappy or defensive? I'm going to bring in Warner. And we'll bring in Warner. So Warner will come in to catch. Kennedy, he was the position was that? Left field, center field, right field, shortstop. Oh, shortstop. Ooh. So we're gonna have to bring in. Ooh, that could. Hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt us. Okay. So Doug Bear out there, trying to get the save. Whitfield, the Reds, Giants are down by 1. Whitfield 1 for 3. And it's a single. So leadoff single. Tying run is on Mike Sadek, and he will bunt again. And successful sacrifice bunt. So Whitfield move in the scoring position.
You're out.
Alright, we'll bring up Lee Master, the shortstop. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And he's going to call on to bunt again. No, can't bunt. Double bunt. Range play. This could be a range play on the shortstop. Ooh, an oyster. Thank goodness that almost cost us there. As it's a 2, and he is a 2. So Concepcion would have had that no problem. But Oyster just barely gets it, but he gets it nonetheless. And now the runners will hold at second. So we definitely got to bring in a pinch hitter for Curtis. And let's see who we're going to pick. Tom Henselman. 229. Let's see who this guy is. I think we're going to bring in Mike Ivy. He's probably our best bet. So Mike Ivy will come in to pinch hit. He's a 308 hitter. So far, he's 1 for 3 on the season. But has some power too. So alright, Mike Ivy, see if he can knock in a go-ahead run. So Doug Bear winds up in the pitch, trying to get a save, trying to get his second save of the season. Those are his stats for the season. 0 ERA, 1.2 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, walk and a strikeout. 2-1. Ooh, just missed that single. 1-3 would have been a single. However, it's even worse. It's a double. And that'll bring home the tying run as Mike Ivy gets a pinch hit RBI double to tie the score. Alright, so the Giants tied up here at the top of the 9th. And that will bring in, and Herndon, Bear will get the blown save. Larry Herndon comes up now, 0 for 4. Tying run on second. I mean, a go-ahead run on second. And no, it doesn't draw the walk. 1-2. It'd be a single. And no, Ivy has to stop at third as it was not hit that deep to the outfield. So it's just past third base. Foster gets it in quickly to prevent the go-ahead run from scoring. That'll bring up Rob Andrews. Bear still out there. Gonna get that final out. And it's a single. It's a failed range check by Griffey as that run comes in for the Giants, and Herndon will end up at third. So an RBI single for Robbie Andrews puts the Giants ahead here in the top of the 9th. And that's going to be it for Bear, as he cannot get the save. Could get the loss. So Manny Sarmiento will come in and try to stop the bleeding here. Darrell Evans up now, 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And he'll fly out to left, and that'll do it. So the closer, Moffitt, is going to be coming in. Try to nail it down for the Giants. As the Reds closer, Doug Bear, cannot nail it down for the Reds. So he'll face Griffey, Morgan, and Foster. 1 for 4 with a strikeout is Griffey. Moffitt has got a couple saves, ERA of 9, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Joe Morgan, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And he'll strike out, so 1 more out. Reds are down their last out. Foster's 1 for 3. And that'll do it. So the Giants end up coming from behind and defeating Cincinnati 5-4. Check the box score. So let's look at the box score as the San Francisco Giants come from behind and defeat the Cincinnati Reds 5-4. Let's see, Vida Blue pitched 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Curtis gets the win, pitching 1 inning in relief, 1 hitting a 1-hit ball. Moffitt will get the save, his 3rd of the season. And see, Bill Bonham for the Reds pitched 6 innings. 5 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned, 5 strikeouts, and the home run to Covey, the 2-run home run. And Doug Bear will get the loss and get a blown save. Pitched 2/3 of innings, so have 4 hits and 2 runs, so he's unable to get the job done for the Reds. Again, we said McCovey was 3 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Whitfield was 2 for 4. That's pretty much it. There wasn't much going on. Oh, Mike Ivey had a big go-ahead pinch hit double, was it? Yeah, pinch hit double for the Giants in the, let's see, bottom of the is it for the Giants? Yeah, looks like it was for the Giants. I think that was a tying run there at the time. Anyway, for the Reds, Johnny Bench was 2 for 4. Concepcion was 3 for 3, and we actually pinch hit for him, but don't think it hurt us as Kennedy was able to draw the walk. I mean, it possibly could have, but we meant to actually pinch run for Bench, and we actually pinch hit for Concepcion by accident. But Ray Knight would come in with the run, and actually Kennedy would score anyway, so I don't think it was such a big deal. Geronimo was 2 for 4. And that's it. So the Cincinnati Reds will fall to the San Francisco Giants. You can see we have our backstop for our Inside the Paint basketball Celtics game. So the leads flop back and forth. San Francisco set out to a 2-0 lead. Cincinnati scored single runs in the 4th and the 5th to tie it. San Francisco retook the lead in the 7th. Cincinnati took the lead for the first time in the 8th by scoring 2 runs in the top of the 9th. Bear was unable to get the save and allowed 2 runs to San Francisco, and that's how it ended, 5-4 Giants. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from High Ground Gaming, and we'll see you in the next Inside Pitch replay, 1978 season. And again, I'm just trying a new headset, so we'll see how this works. At a friend's house, so sound may not be totally correct, but we'll see. All right, take care and God bless.